this is a really hilarious video that was posted to the subreddit. Um, so Owen Benjamin, you guys will remember this. Owen Benjamin was like Alex Jones's final buddy that he had. He was his final friend, the only person, and they were perfect for each other because Owen Benjamin doesn't have any friends either, except for maybe Steven Crowder. Although someone can maybe update me on that if they're not really conversing or whatever. Someone can let me know on that in the comments. But certainly they were perfect for each other simply for the fact that they didn't have anybody else. Everyone had left them because they were both insane, and also in Owen Benjamin's case, he's kind of like unhinged, kind of like Alex Jones is. But as you're going to see here, Owen's going to be drinking a beer. He's always drunk 24/7. I don't know if he's obviously an alcoholic, and there's certainly like, there's never a day that goes by where he's not drunk out of his skull. And so that's kind of one of the reasons I think why he's so stupid. But he's like, he burns every bridge possible. And eventually he's just going to be left with nothing, like absolutely nothing. It's going to happen eventually. But he turned on Alex Jones because remember, Alex Jones went on Joe Rogan's podcast. And even after that, it was okay. And in fact, I did a video about Owen going on InfoWars and bashing Joe Rogan. But they got into a fight, it seems like, and he called Alex short and fat. Check it out.
All right. I do have an apology to do today. I was wrong about Alex Jones. A bunch of people told me that he was a shill, and I backed him, and I was like, no, he's a good guy. No, total shill. So I apologize. I should have listened to you guys. He's terrible. Like, legitimately laughable. Like, he won't even have me on now because of the Jew talk. Alex Jones. Such a shill. I even texted him today. I said, when no one stood up for you and everyone treated you like garbage, I went on your show to circle the wagons. When you were flipping out about Rogan, I had your back. I said, you should sell your bridge burning business. You'll make more money than your fake boner pills. He was like, well, we should talk. No. You are a disgusting little weasel. So for all the people out there that told me, I believe in people until I don't. That's just something you have to understand about me. Rogan Retribution? No, it's because of Jew talk. He's funded by Jews. Like, that's the fact. The fact that I make fun of Jews makes him... When I was doing his show, he had callers call, and one of the guys said, Owen, I'm a big fan of you. Alex will never touch this topic. I don't know why. But can you talk about Israel and why the Congress is being taken over by Israel? And I was like, sure. Alex heard that. I'm never allowed back on again. Am I sad? No. I'm just always learning. When people told me that my former best friend, Eric Nimmer, didn't actually have brain cancer and was never in the military, I said, no, I stand behind the thousands of dollars I've paid for his cancer treatment. And then I found out that he was a liar, and I've never talked to him since. That's how I roll, man. I'm not suspicious of people until they do something to me. It's just the way I roll, or else I wouldn't be able to function. I have to operate without fear. So my bad about Alex. I mean, he's absolutely bought and sold. Just bought and sold, baby. And when I went on Alex Jones, here's a little inside info. Steven Crowder was like, do not go on Alex Jones. He's a kook. He's a weirdo. It'll bring your name through the mud. Don't go on Alex Jones. You don't want to be associated with that. And I said, no, it's important that we stand behind people being deplatformed. He had just been deplatformed. And because Hollywood people said the same thing about Steven Crowder. Don't go on Steven Crowder or else you'll never be invited to the parties. He's a alt-right Nazi. I said, no, Steven Crowder's a good guy. So the same thing happened with Alex. I did Alex. I stood by Alex. I was a very good part. I guest hosted for $0. I never got paid $1 from Alex Jones. oh, you're obsessed with money. No, I'm explaining to you that I was never motivated by money ever once with Alex Jones. I would host 1 hour every other week for him. I never got paid $1. He sold people boner pills, literally boner pills. So, yeah, I mean, the fact that now he's saying that I'm toxic, that I can't be allowed on, and do I feel bad? No, it's a revealer. He's terrible. And, you know, you can still like him if you want. I don't care. I really don't. Some people are like, Big Bear, I know I'm going to hear this. Big Bear, I still like Alex, but I also like you. What do I do? Like both of us. Who cares? You know, you can like Biggie and Tupac. And I'm not even starting a feud with the guy. He's so short and fat and dumb and drunk that, like, I don't. It's just he would call me and rant about Joe Rogan saying he's a Satanist and he works for the CIA. And I would just sit there. One time I was having a meal with my family and I said, listen, I told my wife, I was like, I just have to, just give me a minute. He's my friend. He seems like unhinged. And so I listened to Alex rant on and on and on about Joe Rogan being a Satanist because I thought he needed it. And then he turned on me just because I make fun of Jews. So, and I was, when people would attack Alex, I was very decisively standing up for Alex, and I apologize. You guys were right. All the thousands of people that said Alex Jones is a shill, he's a sad little man, he's a liar. I said, no, he's not. Just because we disagree on things doesn't mean anything. No, he's a bad dude. Bad dude. So, my bad. Can you talk about something other than other grown men? Ah, well, now you're banned. Oh, that's one thing. You know, they took away. What would you like to talk? Okay. Other grown men, like what? Like Aristotle? You know, you want to talk about history? Want to talk about Trump-Russia collusion? What about Epstein? Everything is grown adult men. No, you want to talk about young girls? You psycho? Now you're gone. Grown adult men. Yeah, that's called the people who make history, who run countries, who run banks, who start wars. It's all grown adult men. I don't talk about little children, and I don't talk about women typically because I'm married, and women should be with kids. Why the hell would I talk about women? I felt it was my duty to let people know about Alex. I don't like to let that stuff go because the omission would be an endorsement. And people look to me for guidance these days because so many people are shills and liars that me endorsing Alex and then not letting you guys know the reality of Alex Jones is wrong. And I don't want to start more internet beef, but I couldn't just be like, yeah, no, I couldn't just let that go. He's as bad as it gets. Like, he's a backstabber to a degree that, like, no one would support him, and I did. And because a comedian is mocking Jews and pointing out the reality of Israel, Alex fucking the frogs are gay Jones won't let me on his show anymore because I'm toxic. And I know, you know, he's got some real personal problems, you know. People hate him. He's lonely. But that doesn't mean anything. I've been hated. I've been lonely. But he's in a bad spot. Who's not in a bad spot? Hey, look, there's my son painting, looking out over our meadow. Isn't that a beautiful picture? Vice says, science says having a kid is one of the crappiest things that can happen to you. By the way, if Vice was a person, I'd beat them to death and bury them under my fence. People robbing others of the joy of parenthood is as evil as it gets. Like, I don't think Alex Jones is evil. I think he's pathetic. I think he's a sad, old, pathetic liar who's obsessed with money. Obsessed. Dude, those pills. Guys, come on. Just grow your own food. Fucking boner pills. I mean, he seriously sells boner pills. And then Joe Rogan sells the boner pumps. So together, they just get dudes hard and get them to come. That's real. So I just thought he was a free speech guy in a time of tyranny. And he also takes the Lord's name in vain. He said Jesus Christ told him to take down Joe Rogan. No, he's using all that to make money with clicks. He used me for money. He never paid me 1 cent. I don't operate for money, as you can see by my constant demonetizations. So, but the beauty is shekels make shackles, Alex. And I'm not shackled. I'm not a sad little man in Austin doing a fake Southern accent and talking about Jesus Christ in a blasphemous way. That's blasphemous. Saying God damn it when you stub your toe is not blasphemous. Saying Jesus Christ told you to take down Joe Rogan, and then you guys are butt munching each other 2 weeks later and you're bragging about how much money you made off it, that's called blasphemy. That's a mortal sin. That's called taking the Lord's name in vain. Saying that God sent you to do something and really it's just to profit money and fame. How disgusting of a man can you be? It's just, you told me he was in the CIA and he was a Satanist. And now you guys are you're butt fucking each other. Dude, the things that Alex...
So very interesting, as you guys saw there. So Owen Benjamin seeming to, accentuate, emphasize, if you will, that Alex Jones is selling, quote, boner pills, which is, basically what they are. They were proven to be snake oil, which means that they're just multivitamins. There's no, super male vitality. When you get this, you're going to become, you're going to turn into Goku after you start taking these pills. Obviously, that's not what's going to happen. And it turned out to just be like basic multivitamins, which ends up, doing essentially nothing that's different from any of the conventional vitamins that you can get at the store off the counter. And their prices that Alex sells them for are through the roof. So what's interesting there is, did you catch what the, point of contention is? At least he claims. He claims that basically it's because he dared to call out Jews or something. Now, I'm not sure what the comments made by Owen were about Jews or Israel or whatever, but I do recall that in one of the videos where Owen was defending Alex Jones on his channel, on Owen's channel, he was responding to people who were basically saying Alex talks about all these conspiracies and he's like a quote unquote truth teller and everything, but why doesn't he talk about Israel and the Jews? Which is obviously they're extremely, from what I can tell, they're obviously extreme anti-Semites pretty much. They don't have actual legit criticisms of Israel. And, when they kind of say, when they say that they're they've bought out America, I have a feeling that those are not the same way that we're talking about. I have a feeling that it's not like we're talking about AIPAC. I feel like they legitimately think that there's some crazy conspiracy. So I don't think that their basic thing is legit. Obviously, it's fucked up. But that was something that was very interesting to me. But I don't know if I believe that, though. I think it was probably because Alex had Owen guest host his show, and then Owen decided to take that opportunity to basically bash Joe Rogan. And so I think that is actually why. I'm not sure, though, and apparently he's deleted this by now, which is somewhat interesting, but I really don't know. And so he called him fat and short there at one point, and his jokes seem to be very elementary. Sometimes they can be funny based on context or, just kind of the circumstances of the situation. But, his jokes are very crass. They're very basic. They're very, sort of low tier jokes that he does. And so that obviously plays with that. And again, I want to repeat that Owen Benjamin is basically an expert in burning bridges. He's burned every single possible bridge that you could think of. Honestly, he can't keep a single connection. He's super insane, and he gets drunk way too much. He's obviously a severe alcoholic, because there's not a single video you can show me where he looks sober. It's impossible. The dude looks like a mess. You can tell he's drunk. I mean, he was drinking a beer on the video, on the stream or whatever he was doing. So the dude is clearly not well, and that's why he can't manage to even keep up basic sort of public sort of profile / relations, or however you want to put it. And then you notice in there how he throws in I'm not trying to start internet beef, but I'm just trying to be a truth teller and tell everyone about the truth. Dude, you literally managed to find a new beef like every week. Seriously, dude. You were just buddy with Alex Jones, and you're now starting a beef with him. Are we seriously supposed to believe that you're not trying to start any beef? What? Come on, bro. Stop it. Don't try to play that kind of thing, bro. Don't try to play that kind of thing, because it's not true. You love the beef. That's why you do the beef. Otherwise, you wouldn't be doing it. And also, by the way, I want to say that, there's probably exceptions to this rule, but when you're in a situation where you find yourself not able to keep any connections with any people, you're probably the problem, okay? There's a very good, strong chance that you are the problem, not them. Now, there's exceptions to that rule. There may be some, clean sweep of, yeah, they're wrong. But to be honest with you, dude, you're probably wrong in this situation.